Hello and welcome to a special fast episode of Angry Gamers. Today we're going to have to be really quick, we're not going to mess around, alright? So, I'm Tommy Pope, and in today's episode we're going to cover mainly Game Boy Advance games, but we're going to try and cram everything in 10 minutes. We're going to try and discuss as many games as possible, so let's just get on with it, yeah?
I'm Phil Pope, by the way.
Sorry?
I'm Phil Pope.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, well, you didn't give me a chance to say my name.
I'm trying to be quick, we're now wasting time explaining this to you.
You got to introduce yourself. It's not really fair on me, is it?
Oh, it's not really fair! I couldn't give a fuck! Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. Whether you're a fan of the series or not, there's no denying that this is a fun, fast-paced action RPG, boasting a fantastic soundtrack, a reasonable level of difficulty, quite difficult in certain parts, got a very reasonable pace to it as well. It's quite a quick and enjoyable trek through Akira Toriyama's quite unique world. And check this out, you can even manually move the text box for dramatic emphasis. Look, no, no, no! Now, did you really think I'd talk about GBA games and not mention a Castlevania title? But why have I chosen Circle of the Moon? Well, simply because I actually think it's the only one of the 3 Game Boy titles that really married the old school Castlevania with the new school Metroidvania. For starters, that old school NES Castlevania difficulty is back with us. This game is brutal in a, well, you know, a good way, of course. And while we're on the subject of Metroid, here's Fusion. Still boasting that unique Metroid creepy atmosphere that the previous games managed to achieve. Also still boasting fiendish giant bosses. In fact, some of them you'll recognise as well. Of course, one criticism though is that you are practically led by the hand throughout the entire game, being pointed which way to go, which goes against all those classic Metroid games where you're on your own, it's all about working it out for yourself. Still a fantastic Metroid trek though. Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lodis, one of my favourite turn-based strategies slash time sponges. I can't even begin to tell you how long I've played this game back in the day. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, it looks a bit like Habba Hotel, where you can stop thinking that. Aside from being very slow paced and sometimes really heavy going and just unfairly difficult quite early on in the game, this game is just amazing in so many ways. This is, in my opinion, easily one of the best turn-based strategy games on the GBA, and I might even go so far as to say one of the best I've ever played.
War has never been this cute. Hi, I'm Rob the Frog, and as part of the Angry Gamers Game Boy Advance Rundown, I'll be reviewing Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance. That's probably the most times I've said Advance in a sentence ever. But it's turn-based, I hear you snore. Yeah, well, so is chess, and to a lesser extent Cluedo. And by Olaf's beard, someone's made a board game out of this. God bless the internet. Loving the paint job, by the way. Guess someone missed Camouflage 101 at tank school. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, no one's saying it's super realistic, but at heart this is a damn good strategy game with a cavalcade of cool, albeit stereotyped characters, and at times quite witty dialogue. The big bad in this game is Sturm. Basically one of those Octoroks from Zelda wearing a cape. What extended the gameplay, no doubt, with the multiplayer options like the Versus mode where you could hand the console to your friends between turns. You didn't have to have 200 copies of the game, which is great. My favourite was the Design Maps feature. Looking back at the saved custom maps, I'm somewhat ashamed to find my own versions of D-Day, Stalingrad and Ladrang Valley replicated in startling naivety. So that concludes my review. I hope you liked it. Just like real war.
Half-Minute Hero is a really interesting little game with a very simple premise. You have to save the world under 30 seconds. Sounds good, that, doesn't it? Let's give it a go. Right, so Half-Minute Hero actually came out on the PSP a little while ago, and it was quite well received, so obviously they were doing something right. I've got the Super Mega Neo Climax version on the Xbox with some extra content and whatnot. Yeah, ignore the weird name. You literally have 30 seconds to clear each chapter, and that even includes grinding levels with the sort of auto battle system where you essentially just watch your character walk into your enemies to death, and then you also have to buy equipment and find items before you even take on the boss. Though admittedly you do have the option in most towns to turn back time in exchange for cash money. But still, this is good addictive fun with a very unique character, great humour, witty dialogue, and something you just need to try.
Hi everyone, my name's Lex.
And I'm Tom.
And we're going to do an Angry Gamers blind review, where basically we pick a title and we just play it. And today we've decided to do Awesome Possum.
We went for that one because it sounded awesome.
Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
I'm awesome!
You're not so awesome.
Come on! Yeah, I can really jump! Oh boy! I'm so healthy! No!
Nah,
Wait,
I'm out, mate.
you going?
Yeah.
Go!
No, I don't think we'll go anywhere, mate.
Come on!
No, you're not convincing me.
Chatting away.
Let's go!
I'll tell you what, why don't you go?
Let's go!
You've already said that.
Let's go!
Oh, fuck off, knobhead. Lex here, and I'm taking you back to 1993 with this little treasure. This is Disney's Aladdin for the Mega Drive, of course. Definitely not the same game as Capcom's Aladdin for the SNES, which is alright, but this one's fucking better. The first thing I've got to say about this game is don't be fooled by the title. The game proves that even a Disney movie tie-in can still be one of the best platformers for Sega's most popular system. This game's not a load of nice sharply rendered cartoon graphics, oh no, not at all. Its stupidly smooth controls make this game feel like it's forged out of glass and lubricated with genie blood. In fact, one would normally expect that it would take a magical lamp and the power of 3 fucking wishes to create a Disney game of this calibre. Apparently, it just takes Richard Branson to have an investment in a games production company, which is pretty much the same thing. You won't get any plain old jumping on baddies' heads here, because Aladdin's so badass in the Mega Drive version, he comes packing an Arabian sword known as a scimitar. But don't expect this game to be easy, because of the children's movie theme or anything, because this game's actually a challenge, but with a fair mid-ground. It's not an impossible level of difficulty, however it will test your thumb-eye coordination, especially later on in the game. It's got a decent amount of stunning and unique levels, to be honest, and some bonus features too, like the genie reel that can be played between levels, or being Abu the monkey for the bonus stages to earn extra lives and all that stuff. But the Aladdin Disney movie was very famous for the music, and Virgin did a brilliant job converting the well-known ones into the game. I would, without a doubt, rate this as one of the best general releases for the Mega Drive.
Right, we're going to try something different now. We're going to do the Metal Gear Solid drinking game. The rules are very simple. You have to take a drink every time Snake or someone else repeats something that is said to them. I believe that happens quite often. So, we got Metal Gear Solid, we got some pals. Alright, so we haven't got any pals, but we got Metal Gear Solid and we got some drink.
We've got quite a bit of drink actually. We've got some rum.
Oh, what is that?
It's rum.
I told you to get prop alcohol. We're not actually gonna...
Who the hell makes prop alcohol? Got some vodka as well. So a big bottle of vodka. Big. And we've got a few beers as well. Just to help switch down the other stuff, I suppose. There's going to be a lot of repeating in this game, I think.
Keep your eye on that woman in the cell.
Woman in the cell?
Oh, wow.
That was quick.
See, he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists? If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
See, what would be great is if we could breathe between them.
It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
This guy's got a problem, man, I swear.
Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker?
Someone just get him a dictaphone.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
You heard him.
The card keys.
Card keys?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? Surgical implants. Buff. Black Project. Dark Little Secret. Naomi. Dr. Clark. Otacon.
I'm really starting to think this was a very bad idea. We shouldn't have did this, man.
Hello?
Hello? Hey, it's me.
What?
Yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm in a trouble.
Tom?
I'm in trouble.
What?
Let me put it to you like this. This is Major Tom ground control. I've fallen down the stairs. And I'm laughing in a most peculiar way. And the floor looks very different today. For here am I lying in my own blood. Oh, from the top of the stairs. Planet Earth is blue, and I've lost one of my shoes. So da 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 da, help me! Da 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 da. Well, we took too long, so we haven't got proper credits.